Hello everyone, this is Tip Top Gaming here today with another Brawl video. Now, if you guys didn't know, this week on my channel is Brawl Week, which basically means every day this week I'm releasing a new Brawl video covering a 3-color legendary creature from Core Set 2020. Now, yesterday I covered Kethis, which was a deck that cared all about legendaries. Today I'm covering Yarok, which cares about creatures entering the battlefield. He's a 3/5 with lifelink and death touch. However, he also doubles any enter the battlefield abilities. That includes those of creatures, lands, or really anything. So this deck runs a ton of when this enters the battlefield, do this. And because those are generally powerful effects anyways, the deck runs well without Yarok, but then as soon as you get him, you basically accelerate and accelerate and accelerate. Alrighty, so this deck is really fun, so why don't we jump right into the gameplay. Alrighty, so getting into the first game, I'm going against a Niv-Mizzit deck, which kind of concerns me because Niv-Mizzit decks are one of the most powerful decks. Niv-Mizzit is a very powerful planeswalker, and normally a deck that's faster can beat it because it's kind of hard to get out that commander. However, I'm not playing the fastest of decks, so I'm kind of worried. However, I do get Gilded Goose off to start, which is very good. Right now, I'm at 3 lands, so next turn I'll be able to play my commander, which will be very good. It'll allow basically everything else that enters the battlefield to be more powerful. That's one of the trade-offs of this deck, though, however, is that, do I wait to play it, or do I not? Because, do I wait for Yarok to be out to play it, or do I play it now? So, that didn't really matter in this game. I mean, Gilded Goose I probably didn't need to play, but obviously I can't just be like, nope, I'm not playing anything until my commander comes in. Now, what I'm able to do is use the Wicked Wolf to fight the creature twice. Since it has no attack power, I don't have to worry about it, and since Yarok doubles the ETB, I can kill it successfully. And I can also do something very similar with a Voracious Hydra, except if I don't need to double the or if I don't need to kill him or double fight, I can just double the counters, and I can do that in such a way that I'm able to do things intelligently. Now, what I'm able to do is create a 5/6, and I'm able to double the amount of counters and fight him. So I basically, that becomes very powerful, and so I'm clearly dominating the board here, but he bounces everything back to my hand, which probably isn't the best idea when my whole deck is an enter the battlefield deck. So really that card ended up hurting him. Now, even this next hand, and this hand is not very great. I have something that costs double or triple black, and I don't have a single black. Alrighty, we'll see if we can pull this off. Now, I am able to play Witching Well, which should be able to smooth out my draws for 2 more turns, hopefully. So that enters the battlefield successfully, and they're both lands. Now, I don't know what the best move here is. The best move is probably to throw Dimir Guildgate there. I don't know if we needed the Ardenvale Castle, but I decided to leave it there. I'll be able to now guaranteed get to Yarok as soon as possible. I mean, I guess I could have gotten Gilded Goose, which would have made that more possible. But either way, we're here. And so I'm able to play Nissa. And I decided to do this instead of Yarok because, well, there's no advantage to having a Planeswalker enter the battlefield with the Yarok on the field. It doesn't really do anything, especially Nissa. However, Nissa is just really powerful. Now, he doesn't get to Conclave Tribunal it. I think that's probably good that he Conclave Tribunal that instead of my Yarok. Although I could always recast Yarok, so I'm not sure. Either way, I do get Yarok out on the battlefield, so now I have 6 power. He has a 0/2. Now, he kills my commander, which is really obnoxious, but I've been pulling so much land that I can just recast him the next turn. So this deck clearly is running a lot of removal, and he's about to get Field of the Dead up and running, which is kind of terrifying. So his next land drop, Field of the Dead's active, and he has enough mana to play Golos and probably activate it. Now, he plays Casualty of Wars, which kills my creature land, kills my commander, and does all that, and that's kind of crazy. But what I do is I let him actually go to the graveyard, and the reason I do this is because I have the Golgari Finebroker, and it ends up being easier to cast him that way. So it looks like I'm going to lose here. He's now has things activated, but I steal his Field of the Dead. Now, why is this so amazing? Now, I wish I could have had Yarok out when I stole it. I could have stolen his Golos and his Field of the Dead, but I managed to steal his Field of the Dead, which is pretty amazing because now he doesn't have it and I do. So I'm able to play Golgari Finebroker, returning Yarok to my hand. I'm able to then not do anything else for some reason. I think it probably would have been smarter to play that. Oh, wait, I'm waiting for the ETB triggers. To be able to be duplicated, yeah. So So what I'm able to do is I'm able to play Yarok, and now I'm able to put the land on the battlefield, which then creates zombies, and I'm able to put another land on the battlefield, which creates more zombies, and I'm able to do this, which creates more land because it's elementals, but I didn't actually pull it, and then I get growth pass. So at this point, it's looking pretty good. I have an army of zombies. However, he is Golosing, and he is planar cleansing here, which I don't think that would be the right move because I would get my Nissa back, so it's probably good that he didn't cast it, but I was worried he would. Now, what I do get to do is destroy one of everything, actually. So I'm able to destroy his commander because it's an artifact, Conclave Tribunal, and I destroy that land and the Planeswalker, and it's crazy. So I can basically destroy the best things on his board, which is why that card is so wonderful. I get my Nissa back. I get, the Thunderlurker to reduce the cards in his hand, because it works really well, because when they eat ETBs, they have to exile a card from their hand, and, well, they have to do that twice. And I'm also able to throw out Dungeon Geist, which allows me to tap 2 of his creatures down permanently. And so I'm able to swing with my 3/5. He blocks, obviously, with the wall, but I gain 3 life, and those 2 creatures stay tapped as long as I control the Dungeon Geist. Now, he time wipes, which is really obnoxious, returning that back to hand. Now, it doesn't really end up mattering because I have that Field of the Dead, so I can really easily recover, and Anissa. However, it is obnoxious that I did lose everything because I was in a winning position. Now, this game was very interesting. Now, I'm able to replay Yarok, which is probably good, and then I'm able to have that do that, and then I'm able to play Vraska, which allows me to sacrifice things. I decide to not sacrifice something because, well, I don't have that much to sacrifice. He plays Golos, which is obnoxious, but there's not much I can do about it. And then what I'm able to do is create a bunch of zombies, sacrifice the zombies to Vraska to draw more cards, and then I'm able to, I believe, play the Ooze, right? Yeah, and then that actually creates 2 2/2s, and I'm able to play the Knight, Cavalier of Night, sacrificing the zombie to kill Golos, and then I don't do, obviously, the second trigger. Then I turn one of my lands into a creature, using that to play another elemental, which then draws me more cards, and so next turn I'm setting up to basically be able to kill him, because I have a super big amount of damage on the field. Just doing some quick calculations, I do have lethal. He does get out Nico Bolas, but I don't think that'll save him, so he concedes. So let's move on to the next game. I'm playing against a Nico Bolas deck, and I have a lot of ETB things here, but I decided to mulligan it, and I think my original hand was better, although I do have Cauldron Familiar. And then I do end up pulling into Gilded Goose, which is coming out a little late, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays into my hand. I also pull Casualties of War way too early, so I have I have 3 dead cards in my hand, and the last card I do have would be better at higher mana cost. Now I pull a removal, which is pretty good. But so far, this is not looking good. I'm able to create more food with Gilded Goose, though, and now I have even more removal, so it's starting to look better the more draws I get, but I'm getting mana screwed, so that's obnoxious. Now, I do get this weird thing, the weird thing, oh my god. The Spectre comes out, and I'm able to make it fight my Hydra, but he counters the ability. Now, Tail's End is a wonderful card because it can always counter your opponent's commander, but it can also save things like that. He manages to kill the Hydra, create a 4/4, and I get out the wolf, fight the thing. It's honestly just crazy. This game is going not in my favor here. So then what happens is that he plays this really awesome card. He plays the Tome of Legends, which I don't see played very often. I'm pretty much waiting for Liliana to get here, and then I'll be pretty good because I'll be able to sacrifice 2 creatures. He plays Bolas's Citadel. Now, I technically will be able to destroy that once Casualty of Wars is able to come online, but he is killing himself with it. Now, Casualties of War would be really nice right now. I could get rid of his demon, I could get rid of probably the Citadel, I can get rid of a land, and I could get rid of his Planeswalker. Unfortunately, that's not what happens. He is at 6. Now, he is taking 1 damage, so I literally just need to survive now 4 more turns. And with him pinging things all the time, and now I only need to survive 2 more turns. So what I decide to do is I decide to do that, and I don't know if doing that was actually the right move, for the fact that he just destroyed the 2 things that were pinging him, which is obnoxious. But I'm able to swing at him, and I have lethal, so it doesn't end up mattering. So we move on to the next game. So I decide to change up the volume because, well, it was blaring in my ears or something. I remember being annoyed by the music. So I'm able to put another land onto the battlefield thanks to our Boreal Grazer. Now, my opponent is playing a Cactus deck. Remember, I played that yesterday. Now, it's being like... I'm able to get out Vraska, which is pretty cool. So... Overall, this game is looking good. He doesn't have anything on the battlefield, and that Vraska literally just kills his commander. But I'm able to destroy his commander with that, and then I'm able to hit with the 2/1. So far, I'm doing pretty good. He's dead in 5 turns, assuming neither of us do anything, but that's unlikely. Either way, I play Wicked Wolf, targeting the 2/2. And then a bunch of cool stuff happens. I basically build up my board state. I sacrifice the 1/1 because I figure I can get another food token at some point. I need the card draw to deal with things. Now, I pulled Dungeon Geist, which isn't the perfect solution to the 3/6 because obviously it has an activated ability, but it'll get the Giant Menace off the board in terms of combat, which is nice. And then I'm able to activate Vraska, and I don't think I sacrifice anything. Now, I do have Blast Zone on the field, which I've used successfully like twice in all of Magic. It's really nice as colorless removal, but it takes too long. You kind of have to hope that you can get the right number of counters on it quickly or have the mana open. So either way, I play Cavalier of Thorns, and he concedes after he realizes the strategy of my deck is going to beat him because I meant to say synergy, but strategy works too. Alrighty guys, that's it for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, subscribe. I will be posting another Brawl video tomorrow. What? That's crazy. Also, this is coming out on Brawl Wednesday, so if you want to play this awesome deck, I'll leave a deck list in the description down below, and you can go play it today, or really play any Brawl today, because Brawl is the best format ever. I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys in the next video. Bye.